So guys, welcome back. You are all welcome back once again. And in the last video, I talked about the website lead generation ad. In this particular video, I'll be discussing about the instant form lead generation ad. So I want to believe we can all find our way down to our ads manager environment like this. So we should be used to this by now. So what we want to do now, guys, is to create an ad, and particularly we are creating the lead generation ad. So you click on the create button this way, then you come to leads. So your campaign objective is going to be the lead campaign objective. Then you click on continue this way. So once it loads up, as usual, the first thing we want to do is to name our campaign. So let's say this I'm using a particular page that is into hair. So let me say braided wig. Let me say braided wig lead campaign. Then if you like, you can include the dates. You can say June 10, just for easy tracking of the campaign. Then the next thing you want to do is to click on you don't have anything to do on this page anymore, so you click on next. It takes us to the ad set level. As we all know, every ad has 3 levels, which is the campaign level, the ad set level, and the ad level. So what we want to do next now on the ad set level is to set our ad. Ad set means ad settings. This is where we set our conversion location, the budget, the page you want to use, the audience targeting, and so many other things like that, before we, including the placement as well, before we proceed to the ad itself, the ad creative. So at this point now, what we want to do now is we are going to choose our conversion location. So we've actually talked about the website's conversion location. So in this particular video, I'll be talking about the instant forms. So we select the instant form like this. If you like, you can rename this. You can rename it to this campaign name, but the only thing that will remain is the campaign. So the name will just be like BW leads ad set. Then you include the date. Then for the ad, it can be BW leads ad. Then you include the dates, but that is not really relevant in this video. So we've chosen the conversion locations now. Now you scroll down. We're actually creating a form. We create a form whereby our leads will fill out the form before they eventually reach out to us. So we've selected the conversions location now. The page, you select the page you want to use. Then in your own case, you might have to accept the meta leads ad terms and policies. So you just click on it, you accept it then. But I think this page, I've actually accepted the the lead terms and policy. So you scroll down, you are done that way. You scroll down to the budget level. This is where you select the budgets. You know, among every other thing that affects your ad, budget is one of the things, but most importantly, your ad creatives. So now the daily budget is the amount you want Facebook to spend having funded your accounts. So let's say you funded your account with 50,000 and you want Facebook to charge you 5k daily. You understand? So you just impute it here. Let's say 5,000 naira. The minimum I always like to go for is between 3,000 and 5,000 naira, but I still prefer 5,000 naira to get results. 5,000 naira is still good. So you select the daily budget, 5,000 naira. Start dates, you can schedule it and you can just start it immediately. The end dates, we don't really need to choose an end date. So what happens here is when you run out of funds, your ad stops. So immediately you fund it, it picks up back. But if you choose an end date, once the ad ends, you won't be able to work on that ad again, you have to create another ad. But in this case, whereby you are not choosing the end date, the ad keeps running. If you exhaust your fund, it stops. Then once you fund it, it keeps running back, or once you turn it on or off. So that's just it. Now we are done at this level. Let's scroll down to the audience targeting. So this is where we choose the location. If you have an already saved audience, you can select it here. As in this one, I have some saved audience. I have a saved audience rather, but I'm not choosing it. I want to pick afresh. I want to select afresh. So you select your location as usual. We are used to all this now. Actually, our major concern with this video is the form, creating the form. But notwithstanding, I'll still touch down on some things. So now you select the location, click on it. People living or recently in this location, no, we want people in this location, so they don't start showing our ads to people that just travel down to Nigeria, or people that travel down to Lagos, if eventually we are targeting only Lagos. So in this case, I think I've explained this enough time, but let me still touch down on it. In this case, people living or recently in this location, let's say you are targeting Lagos alone. Your location, the location you are targeting is Lagos, but if you select this particular option, it will show your ad to people in Lagos, and it will show you to people that recently traveled to Lagos and went back to their states. So we always like to focus on the particular location, which is people living in this location. Then you scroll down Nigeria. So I used to advise people, if you are selling physical products, if you don't have the capacity to deliver to all states, you can select specific states. You understand? You can select specific states, but if you have the capacity and the capability to deliver all across the nation, then just leave it as Nigeria. You don't know who might be interested, but you might also want to consider logistics and some other things. So I do recommend, there's something I call 7-city model. I think I've explained that once. So 7-city models. So we have 7 cities that are sure to buy and to place order for your physical products. So you just select the location here. The 7 cities are, I don't think I'll be typing it in here now, just to, in order to make this video short. I won't be typing it, but you might just, okay, let me just type it out. Let me just type them out. So we can say the 7 cities are Lagos. Make sure it's Lagos State. Lagos, Abuja. Make sure it's FCT city. This particular one, you don't want to target the whole of Abuja. You don't want to target some areas like let's say Kano. If you are targeting Kano, it has to be Kano city. Let it be Kano city. You don't want to start stressing yourself concerning delivery to some outskirts of Kano. The same thing applies to Kaduna as well. Let it be Kaduna city. Port Harcourt. Make sure you are correct with, okay, Port Harcourt to Rivers city. Let it be Rivers. Then there's another one. How many now? 1 2 3 4 5. There should be Owerri. Okay, let me target Imo. It should be Owerri particularly. We are dealing with cities in these states. Then lastly, I think Delta states. Make sure it's Nigeria, because I think there's another Delta in the United States. So Warri particularly, it should be Delta State. Warri like this. So we have them 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So those are the 7 cities. If you are selling physical products, they are proven to convert. It's very sure to convert. So now we move down to the age range. So you know your product, you know what you are selling, you know the age, the particular age range that will need your product. So but generally you can, for this kind of page, for this kind of products, because I'll be using hair product here, we should be selecting from somebody from 20 braided wig, let's say working class, let's say 23 to, we have women of 55 still using wigs, so let's just say 55, 23 to 55. Then gender, this kind of product is gender specific, so you don't want to advertise braided wig to men, so you have to select women. It is gender specific. Then you scroll down to detailed targeting. So you click on the edit button like this, then you start make sure whenever you are targeting, make sure you target your people based on, you target your audiences based on interest. You understand? Make sure you target them based on interest. But I think I've covered that in some of the previous videos, but let me quickly just type some here. Let's say braided, let's see what it's going to bring out. Braided fishing line, no, let's say wigs, wig care, exactly, hair care, wig hair care. Then we can start looking at suggestion, lace wig hair, exactly, you understand? So you start selecting them based on their interest. So this is what we call the stack up interest model of, or stack up interest type of targeting. So you stack up interest, likely interest of your audiences. So air conditioner, hair care, as you can see, we have a lot of them. We have shampoo, hair care. So all these things have to do with ladies rather. So you just select based on interest. So once you're done like that, like I said, I don't want to waste much time on this particular video. Once you're done, you scroll down to placements. So the Advantage Plus placements would allow Facebook to place your ad on every of their platforms, including their partners platform as well. So but if you don't want your, let's say you are a professional, if you don't want your ad to just be placed anywhere, you can then select the manual placement. But for a starter and for a beginner, I would recommend the Advantage Plus placements. But if you want your ad to be shown on a particular platform, say you want it to be shown on Facebook alone, then you turn off Instagram and audience network like this. So if you want it to show only on Instagram, you turn on Instagram and you turn off Facebook. But in this case, we want it to be displayed on the Facebook platform. So now even on the Facebook platform, you might not want it to show on some in some places rather. So it depends on the kind of ad creative you are using. So for example, if you are using the video type, you might want to leave some of these placements. As you can see, app and sites, in article, messages. But for me, if I'm running this kind of ad, I would turn this off. Search, I'll turn it off. If I'm using videos, then I'll leave this. Reels. Then stories. If I'm using videos, I'll leave these ones as well. Then on the Facebook feeds, placement on the feeds, you might want to, marketplace is good because we are selling physical products. Facebook feed is very important, and video feeds, if you're using video, this is also very important. So if I were to be the one running this ad, if let's say if I'm running this ad, actually I'll have to leave, I'll be selecting this kind of placements. So now another thing I would like to touch down on is the device. So if the kind of ad you are running goes to those using phones alone, Then you might want to select mobile alone. You understand? So if you want it to show only on desktop, then you turn off mobile and leave desktop. But in this case, I want it displayed on both the mobile feed and the desktop feed. Now I think we are done on this ad set level. Let's quickly review. I think we are done. We're done. The budgets, we're done. So the next thing we want to do now is to click on next, or you come here and click on the ad level. So it takes us to the ad level, which is where we are going to add our ad creatives. That's the image, the ad copy, the primary text, the headlines, and so many other things like that. So we are here already now. You scroll down. You might want to change this if you like. So you scroll down, create an ad, carousel or single image or video. We are using single image or video. So now you come to add media. You select add media like this. Then it depends on which creative you are using. Are you using an image or a video? But in this case, I'm using an image. So you click on add image this way. Then you click on upload. As you can see, this account, I don't have much pictures on it. So you click on upload. Then it takes you to your computer download folder like this. Then I'm selecting this particularly. So it's going to upload it. Facebook would review the image you uploaded, and if the image is good enough, you are going to see something like a star. So that means the image is highly recommended. So I'm selecting this now. You click on next. Let me see, original. This is good. Let me do it this way. Okay, just for it to be able to show up like this. Okay, I think it's nice like this. Then you click on next. So turn on optimization like this. Yeah. Then you click on done. So we've selected our ad creative. Let's scroll down. Then this is where we include our primary text. So you can just say get this neatly weaved braided wig today. At, let's say, at 30% discount. You know, this is an example, so I'm not writing the actual hard copy, so I'm just using this as an example. So let's just leave it this way. Get this neatly weaved braided wig today at 30% discount. So the headline could be something like, let me say, order now and get. This is where I don't like typing these things on the platform. I prefer to just type them out first, then I copy and paste. Order now and get 30% discount. So that is that for the headline. You might want to include the description, but that's not really necessary. Then your call to action, let it be get offer. It could be get offer, or let me scroll down. Okay, I don't have any other option. Get offer is not going to be sign up. I was actually looking for that now, but let me say get offer. So now you scroll down. This is where we are actually going to create the form. So you click on create like that, then you title your form. Let's say braided wig BW form. So the next thing you want to do is under the form type, you want to select either the more volume or the higher intent. Actually, the difference between both is the more volume would allow you to get more leads, but you might have to be the one to qualify them yourself. But the higher intent would give you more quality leads. The only difference is before they submit with the higher intent, it will ask them, as you can see, this review screen pops up. If I click on this now, it goes away. So the only thing is here, before they submit their details, it asks them, like, do you really want to submit your details? This is it here. Review. The review gives people a chance to look over their info before they submit it, you understand? So at this point now, people might decide not to send it again. So it's just like making sure that, are you giving this business your contacts? You understand? So that's actually, and at this point, people might want to turn back that, okay, I don't even want to proceed. So it's just a way of telling them, are you actually giving your contact details to this company or to this business? So you know, a percentage of people would actually turn back at this level because of this message. So that's actually the um the essence of the higher intents stuff. But most of the time, people go for the more volume. So you select the more volume, then intro, background image. The background image would be your as you can see, the image creative used in your ad will show up here. But if you don't want it to show, if you don't want to use the image background, the image you use for your ad, you can just upload an image. But I always like to use the image I use for my ad, so it can it can look like a kind of flow. What they've seen on the ad will still be at the background. So that is that, but I'm not selecting anything here. Then greetings could be something like could be something like get offer. Okay, let me say get this braided wig at 30% discount. Then paragraph, you can decide to list the features of the braided wig. Let me just put something there. Let me say tightly wigged let me say you just include the features of your what's it called, the features of the product you are selling. Just include it, just include them, as many as possible, for them to be able to see. But make sure it's not too long. So that is that about that. I don't want to make this video too long. We're already at 24 minutes. So you scroll down, you go to the question. This is where you ask them, this is where you eventually qualify them. So you add questions like this. You can choose a multiple type of question, multiple choice type of question. You can choose the short answer type of question, then conditional. But in this case, let's just go with the short answer. The question could go like this. You can say what color do you want? Another question could be what length do you want? So you just add questions, but make sure the questions are not too long, too much, so you don't just bore them out. Now we scroll down to the pre-fill question. The pre-fill question now, Facebook already has the email and full name there. So you can decide to add something, like something is missing, you can say phone number, but make sure you are not requesting for too much. I think these three are good like this. So you can rearrange it like this: full name first, phone number first, email, but you might not even need to ask for the email. You can just remove the email. So full name and phone number, so you can just get back to them. So now we are done at this level. Let's close it down. Then you go to the privacy policy. This is where I want to show you guys something about creating a privacy policy, because you have to create it. Now what you want to do is you add a link. If you have a website, you add a link, a privacy policy link. You understand? So, or you can just copy privacy policy from any websites, probably selling your kind of products, but it's actually good to use your website's privacy policy. So to create a privacy policy, I'll quickly show us a website we can do that now. You go to getterms.io, but in this particular way, if you want to create it on this website, you need to, on this particular website, you need to have a website, because they will request for your website. So this is why I said you can just copy from anywhere, just put, but make sure you are using a genuine privacy policy. So you can actually create with these people for free. So you input your email address, you create a password, you sign up with them, put your website, click on next, and just follow prompts. So to get to a point where it will ask you how you want your privacy policy to be, the things you want to, the data you want to collect from your leads, from your prospects, names, email address, phone number. Just follow prompts. It's an easy something to do. So once you've created it, you would be given a link. So that link is what you are going to input here. I might have to do another video to show us how to go about this get term privacy policy. So you just paste the link here, but in this case I already have mine. Let me use mine. Let me go back. Let me use mine. Let me sign in quickly. So this is mine. Copy link. No, this is mine here. This is my privacy policy. So this is it. So once the privacy policy has been created like this, you copy it and paste it on a page on your website. For those that have websites, so you copy it and paste it on a page, on a new page on your website. You can name it privacy policy. So the page link is what you are going to copy and paste here. So let's say in this case I have mine as olusholadaniel.com/privacy. I'm very sure this should be the link. Let's see. This is the link. So now link text. You can just say privacy policy. Then once you are done on that level, you can come to the messages for leads, or message for leads rather. So I think this is good this way. Thanks, you are all set. You can visit our website or exit the form now. So in this case, you might want to change the description. You can say kindly proceed. You can say kindly click the button below. You can actually leave it the way it was, like this, or you change it to kindly click the button below to proceed. Then call to action button could be websites. Maybe you want them to proceed to your website. Call business, view, but in this case let it just be view website. So you can add your website link like this. Probably you are sending them to a particular page or to the product page, you understand, to the product sales page. But in other cases you might want to send them to your WhatsApp. So you just go to _link. I think one of the videos have showed us how to create a WhatsApp link. So you create a message on _link, then you paste it here, then you just let me include my website. Let me just put my website. My laptop is already indicating battery low, I don't know, .com. So in your own case you can put your _link here or your website link. So this is view website. Call to action text, your own could be proceed to WhatsApp or chat on WhatsApp or anything. So once you are done, you click on publish. The form will be published. Okay, let me publish this form, but I don't want to publish it, but let me just let me just publish it. Okay, it's telling me to description. Let people preview. Okay, let's say kindly input your contact details below. That's it. So let me see if it's going to publish now. Background image, the image you choose will show behind. Why is it asking me to? Okay, let me just upload before my battery goes off. Let me select this. Settings, you don't need anything here. You don't have anything to do here. So that's the image background. Then you can just publish. I think I would have to publish this so you guys can see how it goes. You can actually review here, check the way it is, the way the form is. So you click on publish. Let's see. So once it publishes this like this, once it publishes, then you can, that's the last thing you want to do, then you can just click on publish here and publish your ad. So your ad will be in review for few hours, then it goes live. So you start getting leads, people start contacting your business, people start, if it's your WhatsApp, people start flooding your WhatsApp with messages, leads start coming into your WhatsApp, they start messaging you. So from there you can be able to close them up on your WhatsApp, you understand. So that is just that about the instant form lead generation ad. So that is just that is the way you create your ad. So just publish and wait for your ad to be approved. So that is that, guys. I think with that I've come to the end of this particular video. Thanks guys, and do have a great time.